Oh, man. Hey, guys, we're continuing Scarlet Hollow. We're going to be doing episode 4. Let's go ahead and get into it. Continue. Would you like to see a recap? Just a recap of episode 3, please. There are two of them now. The fucking... Oh, the possums. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter move in, kick Dustin mom out. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Chris, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now. Then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Morning, is the new blend ready? Of course. Chris, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I would just be a minute. Oh, excuse me. Oh, right. Duke's kid, son. Policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. And with that, the breakfast is served. Aw, Stella. And Gretchen. He's a dog. Oh, right, the mayor. Mayor Jimmy. You can tell this dog's the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Before you catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? And Pastor Daniel, I take it you're Chris. Everyone's been buzzing about you. Sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. If you ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. Oh, right, we learned that he's able to talk to animals like us. And... oh, yeah, this guy. Basement is what you might have expected out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to a studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paint sneering out at the creator. Your mom is so scary. You can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. Dinner's already laid out. Dinner roll, spaghetti, and light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative and Reese is suddenly quite intense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. We were talking about maybe watching a movie sometimes this week while Chris is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Right, when we last saw him do that, it was right after he took the pills that his mom told him to take. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. You're just in time. Rosalina is situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. Hey, I hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Stella pokes back the carpet, revealing a hatch in the floor around it, stained and reddish brown. I'm going for it. Moment stirs and a figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Can we just take a moment to really enjoy how thick Stella is in this? Like, holy shit. Complete hourglass shape. Just saying. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Where you have the chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling. There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years and I will finally leave. The smell hits you, the not familiar, wet, unwell door. What an annoying pest you are, but you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted its power. Holding all these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Chris. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. Fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. You made the right choice. It would have been so easy to fall for its tricks. I'm proud that you didn't. Be seeing you. I'm so sorry, Chris. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? Hurries off down the road. I'm looking forward to continuing our chat tomorrow once you've had some time to rest. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. Before your thoughts can drift away to nightmarish recollections of hours past, your phone buzzes on the nightstand. Hey, sorry I ran off earlier, wound up in a really bad headspace. I care about you so much, just need some time to get a handle on things. Sorry. Spirit of Charles Saul Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms in its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Wake up. Wake up. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seemed so far away, you can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, just chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and your bloodline. Hey, son. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, where your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay. Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? Check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Call her. Hey, what's up? Just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Oh, yeah, anyways, leave a message or don't. I never check this thing. Yo, mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Text. To morning hot stuff. I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. Message sits undelivered. Messaged me last night. She seems like she has some stuff on her mind she just needs to work through. Okay, that's good to know. I'm glad at least someone's heard from her. But I'm still kind of worried. It's a little odd for her just to dip with everything going on. I think we should look for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Visit Dustin. Oh, they have bread now. Where the hell did they get the bread? Human is back. Maybe changed mind about eating us. Could be the end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. I love you. Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push come to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spent too much time outside. It's different inside. There enough bread for everyone here. No need eat friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin get to keep that innocence forever. Guess your house is a squatter. Tried to reclaim Glass House last night, but asshole squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin House forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight, give Dustin Mom Glass House back? I'll do my best, but no promises. Squatter have sharp things on head. Human be careful, but Dustin Mom would be eternally grateful to Human. Dustin too. I should get going. Okay. Check the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll is the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something... Okay. Might as well take a shower. Feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you... Think about someone special. Stella. Hopefully she's okay and Kanika's just being overprotective. Okay. Time to face her cousin. She's not in here, but it looks like she left alone on a counter. Had to run, the librarian needs a new house, so I'm giving him keys to the Maxwell place. And the miners decide to stage a strike today, of all days, so I won't be around. I know there's no point asking you not to do anything reckless, but I'm asking anyway. Be back late, call if you get in trouble. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Talk to Frou-Frou. Walk over to the cat. Oh, si estoy. Qu'est-ce que c'est tu vex maintenant? Nod respectfully to Frou-Frou. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance, but you can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. You know anything about the stone carvings scattered around town? I am not here to be your commented on. Je suis un detective. Je suis un château. I am here to watch you flare about in the darkness. I am not here to provide the answers to whatever your mysteries confound your feeble American mind. Missed you last night, Frou-Frou. That makes one of us. Bye, Frou-Frou. Good talk. Scoffs as you turn away. Investigate the garden. The air is chilly today, the overcast sky hanging impressively over the weed-choked flower beds. Investigate the greenhouse. You start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. Doesn't take much effort to find a path, cutting off prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground across the greenhouse. Talk to animals, the glass house, one could say. You step towards the door. It's sealed shut, there's something there. You catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient cloud glass. Try to talk whatever's behind the door. Oh, it's a goat? What's your name, little guy? Goat. What are you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here, can't complain, pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm, and there's plenty of eats, too. Did the human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what fur? Nah, not brown fur, yellow fur, just on the top like all you humans. Don't know what boots are, can't help you there. So Tabitha did it. Hey, wherever you are, there's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first. This was her house. Don't want to leave, I live here now, she can deal. Where'd you come from? Farm, used to live with other guys like me. Kinda miss them, but not that much. Don't gotta share anymore. I'm in the lock. Look sturdy, you'll need some tools if you're gonna get this open. Maybe Stella or Kanika can lend a hand later. Guess I'll leave you to it then. See ya or not, it's a wild world out there. You investigated the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. Okay. Fuel up with a quick PB&J. Stella's MIA, who knows when you get a chance to eat, you make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. That's that. Head to town. Time to head to town. Get to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. There's another fucking... Oh, there's one here, too! There's one there, and then on the right. Right there, see? Can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds me of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. If you're surprised, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Yeah, I was just coming to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. I was up most of the night, totally wired on adrenaline. Even I'd been able to chill out a bit knowing that thing was right down the street. Yeah, not super conductive to a good night's sleep. You think it's still there? Does the library look different? Like, can you see the haunting from outside? It's boarded up, but I can't say I've gotten close enough to see anything yet. We can always check it out together. So maybe we'd better not tempt it. The ghost seemed pretty desperate to eat your soul last night. I don't even know if I mean that metaphorically or literally. Hopefully some slapdash plywood is all it takes to contain that thing. I don't like the thought of it spilling onto the main street if it smells this drop of scarlet blood nearby. Hmm. Wonder if you can get Tabitha to deal with it. If any Scarlet owes that ghost something, it's her. That's cold, Chris. Not necessarily wrong, but still cold. But I guess people feel the way they do about your cousin for a reason, don't they? There's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. He returns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them with their scrunched up little Sharpay faces. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but, like, are they dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? I'd rather not find out. Does anyone in town have a flamethrower or something like the Thing? But you might get some eggs laid in your skin. Oh, is that all they do? That doesn't sound too bad. I think I could survive a parasitic larva or two. Just be glad eating alive isn't on the table. I mean, sounds like you'd enjoy the experience. I mean, getting a parasite like that really is getting a parasite like that really any different than being eaten alive? They're still eating you, just more slowly and from the inside. Sure, I get where you're coming from, but that's a pretty big difference. If a mountain lion gets me, that's just kind of it, you know? I'm sure the wonders of modern medicine would be able to yank a couple eggs out of me.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Maybe I'd even be able to let the eggs hatch instead of just having them removed. It's pretty funny. Like, they would be your kids or something? It'd be sad to kill the babies, but at the end of the day, it's them or me. I gotta go with self-preservation. It's a weird thing to say. Guess I might be a little weird. Hope that's not a deal breaker. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much, and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Kanika and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Wanna come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. From what I saw this morning, there's already a few miners holed up in there. Must be using it as their home base for the strike. By the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. Have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. I don't really feel right flirting with Avery now, since we were already, focused on Stella. There's Kanika. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Chris, you made it! Oh, she's wearing something different this time. Looks nice. And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I've got crushed by the steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack. Totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. Definitely something beyond exhaustion. Even considering the ridiculous, stressful week we've all had. But I'm not going to let that stop me from looking for Stella. I mean, we could flirt with her. I do like her, though. Could I get both of them? Oh, man. You're stylish as always, even the morning after being trapped in a nightmare realm. That's really nice of you. Picking outfits is an important part of my morning ritual. Helps me get out of bed on tough mornings. Like this one. Can't believe I'm talking about fashion watch, still I might be in trouble. Thanks, though, you're sweet. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the last couple of days. Oh, I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. Let's not dawdle. I'm worried about Stella, and it doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actively looking for her. Bree, let's get to work. Where to first? Let's go to Stella's house. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. Helen knocks anxiously at the door. It creaks open. For the life of you can't remember, Stella closed the door behind her when the two of you left for the library yesterday morning. We ate breakfast here together yesterday morning, but I can't remember if she closed the door. She must have, right? Don't worry about trying to remember. Hopefully we'll be able to clear up who left the door open when we walk in and see Stella alive and well. Just not answering her phone for some reason. It would be she came home last night and forgot to close it all the way. Happens to the best of us. Or maybe she couldn't close it because something happened to her before she had the chance. I need to stop working myself up over nothing. It's just a door doesn't mean anything. Might as well invite ourselves in. Okay, yeah, let's go in. Cool, I'll be brave and go first. Avery casually steps over the threshold of Stella's house. Oh, the princess! Oh, those are her shoes. Living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. Whatever happened to Stella doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room. Or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add the last part. I'm going to forget that you said that, and just be thankful that this room doesn't look like a crime scene. Investigate the kitchen. The kitchen is messier than she left it yesterday. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Someone was here after Stella and I left yesterday. We didn't leave the kitchen like this. So what, you think someone rummaged through the kitchen? You must have come home last night. Why would anyone else leave the living room in one piece just to trash the kitchen? I mean, the town's surrounded by monsters. Maybe they got hungry. Maybe she came home last night, had a snack, and didn't feel like putting things away. I think that's the same brand of peanut butter that Tabitha has. That leaves us with another question. If she came home last night, where'd she go and why did she leave? Why haven't we been able to reach her? Investigate Stella's room. Okay. She has a Mothman plushie. That's cute. Oh, she has like a gaming PC? Or it's probably cyberware. Or cyber power. Oh, she has a Gretchen plushie. That's cute. Obviously the cryptid map. Nothing really else. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Check her computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that like an invasion of privacy? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door is left wide open. I'm with Avery. What if we don't find Stella and it's all because we didn't snoop on her computer? Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we gotta do whatever we can to find her. Sir, snoop away, but I'm not gonna take part in this. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Oh. She draws the S! She draws the S! Look. She draws that fucking S! I drew that so much in fucking middle school and high school. Holy shit. Oh, that's so cool. I love Stella so much. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layered display. We find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. Check her search history. She hasn't visited any websites just since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Her search history is almost entirely work-related. A furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's that. Check her open tabs. It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. Jesus Christ. That's a lot. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. See her rounded, featureless triangles from Windows Edge to Windows Edge. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough, this is totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high-quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Gary212549. Since every low-budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like a Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. Moth stand. Of course. Lucky stars, I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. Sick. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so one, this isn't an ARG, I would never, and two, you're not going to believe this, but we went to an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled TommyKnockersReal.wav. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. Can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell that to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Is that a real thing? Kidnapped by aliens. Huh. Okay. Also, low, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Do you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her, or I'm gonna call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. Thread ends. Wow, poor Stella. Remind me to never be internet famous. Here's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and underappreciated until the day I die. Oh, of course Avery is a SoundCloud person. I think we've seen enough. Thank God. It's a mess. Do you think there's a struggle in here? Oh, this isn't a mess. This is tidy chaos, and it's what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Use a few more houseplants, but I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. Aw, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, let's move on. Visit Stella's house. Okay, she probably came home last night, but she's not here now, and we don't have any idea where she might have gone. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she'd just be sleeping in. Can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? Let's check in on Oscar and Rosalina. They should be at the old Maxwell place. Tabitha dropped off the keys this morning. The old Maxwell place, with Rosalina's leg the way it is and everything they've been through. Now they have to stay in a broken down ruin that should have been bulldozed years ago. Guess it's good they have a roof over their heads, or what's left of a roof. Your cousin is going to get an earful next time I see her. Yeah, I think she deserves it. You don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grab your attention. Get away from me, I'm supposed to be an indoor cat. I'm not supposed to see things like you. You don't even talk, you freak. You turn to see a ditchling approach a cornered pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else last night. The digitling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you, its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. Hey, quit it! Words feel meek as they leave your mouth, and the digitling, unaffected, turns back to its cornered prey. Is there a pipe or something lying around? Maybe we can scare it off. There's no time. I'm grabbing Pixel. Before you react, a small pack of dogs around the corner. Yeah! Yeah! Fucking tear that thing apart! Kill it! Do the thing where you shake its neck and like break its neck. Do it. Do it! Where you react, a small pack of dogs around the corner. They pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall and then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What the? Isn't that Daisy? And Scraps and what looks like every other dog in town, all in some kind of dog gang. I lived! Pixel, you got out of the library. Oh, you poor cat. Come here. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. I guess he likes you more than me. You found him last night, terrified and shaking in a bush outside the library. Shh, I wasn't that scared. I even been helping out. Little Pixier's here been volunteering as a scout. Don't worry, we're always right around the corner. Those creatures only like to strike out when they have numbers, but they're hardly very bright. Fucking chihuahua, is it looking at me? I feel like it's doing a meme face. Me made sure the little guy was taken care of till the humans were awake. Do y'all know where he's supposed to be? Have any of y'all seen or smelled Gretchen? Is she missing? Oh dear, Scraps, you don't think Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human on her side. Can you help us find her? You've got a better nose for this sort of thing. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk. She's a well-liked dog in these parks. Been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to these monstrosities. You're the Scraps I've heard so much about. The one and only. This here is Daisy, and we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs of the holler are well cared for, considering recent events. There are more of these things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. He's done us a fine service, but you best make sure to keep Pixel inside from here on out. I got a feeling things are only going to get worse from here. I'd like to see you try. I was an indoor cat, but now that I've got a taste of the outdoors, I will never be satisfied by the indoor life. But maybe I can wait until those monsters are gone. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me, so I'm nothing special, just another dog. All the more reason to go after her before it's too late. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog other dogs listen to. There's more than that can be said for that Jimmy. Okay, so Scraps is this dog, and Daisy is the bloodhound. Thinks he's so high and mighty just because he can sit and stay the best, as if obedience is the best quality in a leader. Yeah, screw Jimmy, what a joke. One of you should have been mayor. We aren't you sweet. Some dogs just ain't fit to lead, and it's not his fault the humans of this town flung him so far out of its depths. You some kind of dog militia or something? Yeah, I suppose you can say that. I'm sure you met this town's illustrious leader by now. When the powers that be abandon you, it's up to the rest of us to band together and protect those who need protecting. Is there anything we humans can do about the ditchlings? They ain't that hard to kill when there's a lot of us. They die easy enough, so as long as you don't get caught unawares. That's why we're gathering all the local dogs. A big pack is a safe pack. Jimmy may not be doing anything to help, but that doesn't mean we can't take matters into our own hands. Now, Daisy, no need to start in about the mayor. He has his own priorities. So long as he doesn't get in our way, we don't need to go start in trouble. Aren't your families worried about you off on your own like this? We're country dogs. So long as we come home from dinner, most of us aren't missed too much. Speak for yourself. I know my family's been worried sick, but I can't let that get in the way of what's important. Besides, if I went home, they might tie me up, and I'd be a sitting duck. I mean, dog. Good doggies. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. You call me a good dog? Daisy good dog? Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. I'm sorry, I just love to hear it. We'll make sure he gets back to his family. We appreciate it, human. Word's been going around town that there was one among you who can properly understand us. It'll be good to have you on our side during these strange times. A lot of things are going around here. It's important for us, all us living things, to watch out for each other. We best be on our way. Same for us. For the first time we know of, these things are out during the day, which means the pets of Scarlet Hollow need us now more than ever. Make sure the humans keep an extra careful watch on their furry companions. The band of dogs scampers off. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It is so weird when you do that. Does this sort of thing happen a lot with Chris? Yeah, it takes some getting used to. After last night, it'd take a whole lot more than Chris having a conversation with a gang of dogs to faze me. Pixel and Toa, you and your companions continue on to the old Maxwell place. The old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time, but it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. Hey, where the heck are you taking me? This ain't my house. Where you can approach, the door opens and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I started, y'all. The walls here are worn down enough I could hear you coming from the block away. Good morning, Oscar. Just thought we'd stop by to check in. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalina's been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He's had a long night and it shows. His graying face seemingly haven't aged in the hour since you saw him. Please come on in. Okay, there's Doc. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take the shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with their whole lives. And here you are taking it like a champ. Before Dr. Kelly can continue, Pixel jumps from your arms, bounding across the room and leaping into Rosalina's chest. Pixel, I've been so worried about you. Told you he'd turn up. Dr. Kelly's almost gentle bedside manner vanishes as he turns and glares at you. I see we have visitors. Are you gonna start poisoning her now too? Warn Dr. Kelly about the stone carvings of what you felt in the clinic. We found something in Oscar's house last night, a stone carving that gave me a vision about what happened there. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had a sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. Something awful is going to happen at the clinic, just like something awful happened at Oscar's house and at the mines. Forgive me if I don't take your funny little feeling very seriously, but the clinic is safe. I understand there have been some strange events around town, but Reese and I have lived here in the clinic for a long time, and we've never encountered anything. He glances at Oscar. Ghostly, there's no need to concern yourselves with our safely. If something does happen in the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese if it's anything like what happened to us last night? You'll be fine. If some kind of ghost emergency happens, I can take care of him, so none of you need to come snooping around. What are you doing, Rosalina? Tired, my leg hurts a lot, but the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. And what are you not gonna do today? Walk around. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, I should have been better at stopping her. Take full responsibility. As your father, I should have... No need for anyone to step in. I heard breathing. To take the blame for anything. The hospital's fought for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But given time, you can do all the running around you want. Alright, Rosalina? You just have to make sure you give that leg of yours a chance to heal up a bit first. You don't want to pop any stitches. How's Reese? He's fine, had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple of days to be back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. Sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. I can flirt! No, I don't want to fucking flirt with her. I mean, she's hot and everything, but she's, like, really cold. She's like Tabitha. But I want to see no Chi Deathblood. I was promised chilling Japanese found footage horror. Watch it on your own. I'm sure your cousin has a TV lying around somewhere in that big house. What's gonna happen to your career now that the library is closed? That's a good question. I was up all night wondering the same thing. If things stay the way they are right now, it's essentially like the library burned down. The books... Okay. Are inaccessible, the building is unsalvageable. In that scenario, the country would have to put up the money to build a new archive, or we'd have to move someplace else where I can work in an existing library. And Scarlet Hollow would lose a valuable public service. Oscar, move? So you and Rosalina would leave? Well, we're not doing that, right, Dad? We're staying here? Is there any way you can just, start over and rebuild the collection? I'm sure folks around town would be willing to pitch in. It would be a lot of work, but that's a possibility. So maybe it won't even have to come to that. You can always try going on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. No, absolutely not. No one is going back in there until we have a thoroughly researched plan of action. This goes especially for you, Chris. Who knows if you'd be able to leave again? You've done enough for my family. How about no one is going back in there, period? We're going to need to deal with it eventually. Boarding up the library isn't a permanent solution. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see any reason we shouldn't leave that thing alone forever. I'd like to apologize on behalf of my cousin for making you stay here. You don't have to fall on that sword for her, Chris. There's no need for anyone to apologize. Things happen. It's not like we'll be staying here long term. Okay. I'm going to get the library back and our house with it. I best be on my way. Goodbye, Rosalina. I'll make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for doing this. I can't express how much... Nothing. I'll call later to see how she's doing. Good luck to the both of you.
Or dihydrate.
Alright, hydrate done. Dr. Kelly brusquely pushes past you and leaves. Before we get sidetracked, we're not here to talk about monsters and what happened in the library. Oh? Stella's been missing since last night. Oh. You haven't seen her, right? Not since last night. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. Doesn't mean something bad happened, but it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. I'm sure she'll be okay, but she'd probably get back to looking for her soon. There's something I wanted to get your thoughts on. Let's step outside. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, or at least okay as it can be considering everything that's happened. I don't exactly feel safe. Strange things are going on at Scarlet Hollow, and I'm tired of running from them. I want to get our house back. You've all been looking into this town's history, correct? I overheard your discussion in that library the other day. Have you been able to find anything that might explain what's going on? I don't think we have much to go on. I can't help but feel like there must have been some kind of inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight, but I have no idea where to even start, really. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Chris got here. Kanika shoots Avery a glare. No, we are not throwing Chris under the bus. What, there's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst? There's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst. But there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple steps away from the whole town deciding to straw him. No one's going to drag Chris into a witch hunt on my watch. I like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. Rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Chris magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. If there's a catalyst for all this, why wouldn't it be lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Chris getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Our land died over a week ago and these creatures in the wood were already reproducing by the time he arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Pauline passed. I think I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put this genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are unfortunately in the library. Rosalina had been pestering me to make some sort of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it. So online sources it is. We'll fill you on what little we know so you at least have some place to start. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the Anguished Doughboys. I kind of like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just think they're kind of interesting. To each their own. I think some dog kept them safe, like a gang of dogs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. Gang of dogs? I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact, but we'll make sure he stays safe. I think there's something in the clinic. There was the door yesterday, and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Right, I almost forgot after everything that happened yesterday. You said that there was something in there that reminded you of the mines, right? I'll see, I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Should we tell him that something bad might happen in his house? He might want to stay someplace else for now, if the last few nights are any indication. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude, and she's probably even more of a skeptic than I am, or was. It's a shame she preemptively shot down our movie night. It would have been the perfect cover. For last night, I don't think there is a perfect cover. There's no way she's letting us anywhere near her house. She's the only doctor in town. She can't just ban people from the clinic, right? I don't think so, but hopefully no one gets sick or hurt enough to justify a visit over the next couple of days. We're going to investigate the clinic. I think we're going to have to break in. Whoa, that is unexpected coming from you. It's what Stella would do, and she's been 3 for 3 this week when it comes to finding spooky stuff. She's also been 3 to 3 when it comes to finding her way into mortal peril. This is why we have to find her as soon as possible. It shouldn't fall on me to suggest we do something dangerous. I'm terrible at selling it. It's not like I don't think we should figure out what's going on in there. We just need to be cautious on what to do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by... any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have any time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Could be the work of some cult. You mentioned something like this at the library the other day. If there was a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I'd feel like I'd know about it. Know any local cults that could be responsible? Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. No, it's not like I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. This seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be easy to keep secret in a place as small as Scarlet Hollow. I'd love to be part of some religious cults, just to see what kind of stuff they get up to, but alas, either I've never been invited, or they're none to be found in the holler. I don't even know if any in public record, even in the 70s when cults were a dime a dozen, and hippies were flocking to the hills. We need to find Stella and fast. I agree, we need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. And well, we're going to get to the library back, and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong in this town. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Check the church. Church? Why? See what you're thinking. Stella was confronted with evidence of the afterlife. So you might try getting into all that religious stuff. It's worth checking out. I think we'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I guess you're right. There's no point in not being thorough. Wouldn't mind stocking up some holy water while we're there. Seems like a good idea to cover all our bases at this point. I don't think Baptists do the holy water thing, but I'm sure Pastor Daniel would pretend to bless some water if it meant keeping us around a little longer. Okay, let's not linger, though. I don't want him thinking we're possible converts. Nika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope towards the church. You know, I've lived here for a few years now. I've never actually been to the church. It's probably for a good reason. Where's that weirdo? My, 4 visitors at once on a Thursday. This is unprecedented. But there are only 3 of us. Oh no, we were followed by a ditchling. We were followed by Wayne? Oh, it's Zane. Oh no. Why Zane? What's up, old people? Oh, this is Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis. I wanted to see if faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor Deep. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella, and she wandered off last night. No one has seen her since. Starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie has seen her? Can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've neither seen hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's over there by the alpacas. Chris, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. What do you have to say to him that you can't say in front of us? Please, if you wouldn't mind, this is a personal matter. It's alright, we get the juicy details later. For other folks not pry on this, you know how rumors get started. Yeah, what do you have to say? Important things. I won't bite or anything, I promise, and we can talk here right in the open. Guess we'll leave you to it while we check in with Janie. We'll be right over here by the fences, conveniently in your line of sight, okay? See you in a minute. Your friends head off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you came. I never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point that it must have been the Lord himself talking to me, through them. But they never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed for that. I was disavowed of that pretty early on. Have you met Frou-Frou, Gretchen Pixel? Of course I have, but I learned early on in life to not let on that I have this gift, at least while other humans are around, so I haven't spoken with any of them. Though I get the feeling Frou-Frou wouldn't talk to me even if she knew I could understand her. I tried to befriend the alpacas when no one's around, and emphasis on try. They're surprisingly cliquey. Besides that, I try to maintain a low profile, only chatting with the wildlife when I'm sure no one is looking. Is this why people think you're creepy? Because you have the gift? People think I'm creepy? Well, it's alright. People say all kinds of things. I just have to be patient and persistent. And I know eventually they'll understand that I can be a comforting presence in their lives, not a creepy one. Maybe if I grew a thicker beard, people would trust me more. Maybe I should get a cool jacket. Can't express how much of a relief it is to finally meet someone else like me. Likewise, though it may be more than just the two of us now. I have my suspicions that Tulip might have inherited the gift. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she said some things have led me to believe that she might be able to understand them. Who is that? He's interrupted by the sounds of a snapping twig and the high-pitched giggle partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge of the property. Tulip, come out of here! You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Oh, okay. Tulip glances back in the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to have to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You have to skip story time. I won't go in the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. He smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. He's been trying to run off into the woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Oh, Tetanus Lake. Della told me about it. Tetanus Lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip would stay away if I started calling it that, or if it would only make it sound more alluring. What were you saying about the church rats? Ah, yes, the rats. So you and I are used to the sort of chatter we hear from wildlife. It's usually nothing that needs to be paid attention to. But these rats, there's something so sinister about them. And they must be huge, judging by the sounds of them scurrying around in there. Tulip had never shown evidence of the ability before. She's never responded to the alpacas or engaged in conversation with birds. In retrospect, she could have been hiding it the way I did growing up, because I know she'd been talking to the rats. She calls them her friends, has been drawing all these pictures of them, really ghastly things. I've tried to bring it up with her, but she gets this little smile and doesn't say a word, like it's her fun little secret. It's all innocent enough to be in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure they also live out in the trash heap, and ever since he started talking about friends, he's been trying to sneak out there. I'm guessing it's going to be the ditchlings. I need to see these pictures as he's been drawing. I'm concerned she's going to get hurt or catch some kind of disease. Have you actually seen them? No, but I don't need to. I live in a dorm that had rats once. You never see them, but the church has all the signs of an infestation. There's no mistaking the sounds of little creatures stampeding through the walls. I left out some humane rat traps, but they're too smart for them. All it's done is waste peanut butter. And I caught a possum in one, poor thing. Possums were never very bright, but at least he got a nice big scoop of peanut butter out of the whole ordeal. You sure they're rats? I think so. Pastor sips uncomfortably for a moment. I hope so. What have they been saying? They like to try to goad me into crying or becoming depressed. They watch me through unseen holes and make fun of me to try to figure out how to press my buttons. It's annoying, but easy enough to block out, especially when I'm praying. I don't think they're a good influence on Tulip, though. She's gotten quiet and secretive ever since he started talking to them. I'd hate to think what they say to her when I'm not around to hear. Has Janie heard them? She's not in the church very often. She's usually in town doing her jobs until late. When we spend our evenings in the house, it's just me and Tulip all day long. Janie knows Tulip has made some strange little friends, but thinks it's an imagination game. I was hoping I'd sort out the rat issue before she can get suspicious. But they're persistent, so I may have to hire an exterminator if I can get money for one. Hope it doesn't have to come to that. You should talk to Tulip about the gift. I'm sure both of us could have used some guidance growing up. You're right. I grew up with this ability. If anyone can help her understand not to engage with evil little creatures like the rats that are eating God's house from the inside out, it's me. I can handle this. At the corner of your eye, you see Kanika and Avery walking back to the two of you. They must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says he hasn't seen Stella either, so we better get going. Thanks for suggesting we head up here, Chris. We got to feed the alpacas. They were so cute and soft. It was awesome. And Janie says he'll come by the dinner with cookies for the miners. Or by the diner with cookies for the miners, and a few extra for me, of course. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I hope you all are stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with a big man for her. Alright, thanks. See ya. Kanika and Avery start back down the path to town you follow. So what was that about? He seemed pretty insistent on talking to you alone. Hey, he didn't say anything weird, did he? Want to talk about our shared gift. Jules apparently made some weird imaginary friends. We might want to check it out later this week. Pastor Daniel says that there's a rat infestation in the church, and the rats are her friends. I don't know, it seemed weird. I don't know we have to deal with the spooky kid at some point. Yeah, as much as I hate going back there, I guess that's a loose lead if we don't have anything else to investigate once we found Stella, and once we've checked out the clinic, then we can look around the church. Sounds like a plan. Where to next? Let's go to the mine. Guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find her cousin since they're friends. Yeah, I saw the peanut butter at the house, and it was the same exact brand of peanut butter that Tabitha eats. Two of them have such a dynamic, you know, classic dog and cat situation. Come on, I'll drive us. Follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet mines. All gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. Is it a strike? They're striking? There was a whole group of them talking about it in the diner yesterday. Seems like the collapse was the last straw for some folks. Good for them, but I kind of thought there'd be more of them, you know? Hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Well, it isn't the boss's cousin. He might have had us fooled the other day, but word gets around fast. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one all the banned from the property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we know if she'd come by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. How goes the strike? We miscalculated. We thought a kid losing her leg would have pushed folks over the edge, but I guess the boss personally dragging those kids out of the mine left a lasting impression. Oh, this is because I called her. We were calling the boss a goddamn hero. They're calling Tabitha a hero? Really? We were there too that night. It's like everyone forgot just about how poorly she's been treating us. Or how unsafe the mines are. I can't go back down there knowing the rock over my head could come down any second. I value my life more than a paycheck. It was dumb luck she saved those kids. If she had any actual value, she'd come to the table and give us what we're owed. I know there's not a lot of us out here, but there's more of us at the diner. And there's more of us getting setting up mutual aid. Once people see our follow-through, they're gonna join up. This is only the beginning. Let me know if there's anything the general store can do to help. Anything you can think of, we'll take it. We need all the support we can right now. What are your grievances? We'd like to competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to the sick day and vacation policies, and a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. That collapse was way too close to the active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't wind up buried under 2 tons of rock. We want to change things. There's no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. We're the ones making our money. We should be making money too, not just scraping by. I mean, that makes sense. You guys should form a union. But honestly, Tabitha sounds like the union-busting type, so I don't think that would actually matter. That's a lot of grievances. Working here seems tough. Yeah. You think Tabitha can even make those changes without the mines going under? I'm sure she can figure it out. I'm not saying she's not a bad boss. People clearly aren't happy with her. But coal's getting used less and less, and I've seen that old Scarlet house is practically condemned. She has money to spare. Where's it going? I really didn't peg you as someone who'd go to bat for Tabitha. I'm not. I'm just trying to get the full picture here, and if the mine fails, I don't see how Aunt Winnie's diner doesn't fail with it. Okay, but that's the whole problem. A single family shouldn't be able to hold an entire town hostage. The workers need a say in the business. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just looking at the text message. Someone's texting me. That's it. Look, I need to talk to my cousin. I'd be happy to pass along your demands. Sure, if you think you can get her to come to the table, it could make a real difference. Just make sure you leave the actual demands to us. Okay, if I'm helping you all out here, you mind if I go talk to my cousin? Sure, go for it. I don't care if they're okay with you going in. I'm still not crossing a picket line. Besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her. Same, everyone who works here is regular at the diner. I don't want to make things weird. You're on the other side. Alright, makes sense. The industrial noise of the Scarlet Mine are only a little quieter than they were 2 days ago. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. Knock. Wait for a moment. No response. Enter. Think I could turn at least a few of the guys if you fire Davis. Oh my god, haven't you heard of knocking? What are you even doing up here? Oh, should I go? Yeah, and make sure no one sees you, no one else at least. I'm telling! That's so funny. Rodriguez, are you selling out the other miners? Oh yeah, kids to take care of. I can't just miss a paycheck. Don't see another word, just leave. I'll handle this. He's banned. Oh, so he still has some pictures of Stella up here. I'm a boss. GIF. Ah, the peanut butter. The door clicks, closes. Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. The instant you're alone, Tabitha rounds on you. She grabs you by the collar, her face close to yours, eyes full of rage, her words a frustrated hiss. Listen to me, Chris. Really listen. This isn't some fun little game, okay? This is my life, and if you value yours, you'll keep quiet about what you just saw. I don't care if we're family, I can make the rest of your stay here a living hell if you cross me. Her grip loosens. Sorry to get scary for a second. I'm so close to having everything under control here. I can't risk you messing it up like you've done with everything else this week. Start crying! How dare you touch me like that? Just trying to communicate with you. Clearly my words have just been going in one ear and out the other all week. So if threats are what you need, threats are what I provide. What did you come up here to talk about anyway? Just decided you want to bother me on the worst possible day to be bothered? Stella's missing. Have you seen her? She's missing? Apple's quiet for a moment. Okay. She does still care about Stella. I knew it. I fucking knew it. That's the first time she's not had a quick, like, little snapback about something. I'm sure she'll turn up, but I'll see if I can get a hold of her. I don't think looking for my missing acquaintance gives you a pass to do anything dangerous. You're forbidden from doing risky things, even for what you think might think is a good reason. I'm going to do whatever it takes to find her. Great, I can't wait to find out what ridiculous situation you wind up in today. Also wanted to see how you're doing with the strike, your mom, everything. Let's really talk. You really think I want to have some kind of heart-to-heart right now? Sorry, Chris, but I have work to do. Save your probing questions for some other time, or never. I don't care which. Why did you even invite me here if you dislike me so much? Was it so wrong of me to reach out to my last living family member so I wouldn't have to bury my mother alone? I didn't know what you'd be like. I didn't know how much we would clash. If I had, maybe I wouldn't have invited you, or maybe I would have anyway. Maybe this is still better than being alone. We're family, Chris. That still means something to me. Love you, bye. I want to talk about that strike. Good for you, I don't. Now if you have something else to talk about, spit it out. Otherwise, get out of my office and let me work. Okay, I tried. I love you, bye. Don't be weird. Lady, you just said you care about me because we're family. Family loves each other. I can't say I love you. And you have that reaction back to me? Jesus. Did your mom like never want you to say that to her or something? Find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. You look back at the striking miners. I want to. Keep it to myself. Feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out what our next move is from there. Let's check out the diner. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to rope me into clocking in early. Ah, those are some of the people from the mine that we talked to. Feels like you walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be a tense discussion. Their expression is gravely serious. Like this is where the miners are setting up shop. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing, and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize now. I can't say I have. Should I be worried about her? Hope not. We're not interrupting anything here, are we? Of course not. And any paying customer is welcome, long as you aren't about to step on anybody's toes or cause a fuss. The miners in back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. There's no way I can risk something like this. You all know my sister's tuition depends on this paycheck, and I can't afford a place outside of the company housing. This is too risky. We should just cut it out now before she starts firing people. I had to say it, Zax, but Harrison might have a point. Everyone shut it. Smith just let me know the boss's cousin over there was snooping around up at the mines this morning. Let's not give the boss any more ammunition. Smith didn't seem too worried, but still, we don't have a lot of room for error here. Conversation cuts out in uncomfortable silence falling over the diner as the miners watch you with suspicion. Man, you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. Hope she's okay. I don't really care about the whole strike stuff, honestly. I guess we should get going. I guess we can go to the cops. Are you sure? Nothing against the officers of Scarlet Hollow, but you met them, right? You think it's worth the trouble? As unhelpful as they are, we are dealing with a missing person. That's cop stuff. It's probably going to be more of a formality than anything, but there's no point in not covering all our bases. The police station exactly what you expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. You're also not here alone. You enter to find a worried Bo standing between you and the officers behind the desk. Let me get this right. You're trying to report a missing pumpkin. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Sheriff Hugsby searched. He was going to be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and my daddy did together. She's important to me. You sure it was Julius and not some enterprising bear that got a hold of it? Y'all know Julius thinks that land belongs to him. He's probably thought Big Betty was this at stake. He ain't coming to his door, so far as I know, he might be all the way to State Fair by now with our pumpkin. Ain't there something y'all can do without it? I'm afraid we'll need at least some kind of evidence to go on before we can go barging into a man's home, son. Why don't you see if you can find something a little more solid for us to go on, then we can see about helping you out. Cops realize you've entered, their attention quickly shifting to you. Whoa, if it isn't our little prank caller. You know you're not supposed to do that, right? There's laws in the books about pranking emergency services. We'll let you off with a warning for now, but only because it was funny. Bo, did you manage to find your dad? Bo's stoic expression breaks, and for a moment you can almost see tears forming in his eyes, but he blinks them away. Yeah, I found him. Hear that, Deputy Franklin? Sounds like you got another report to close. Lucky me. I gathered what there was to gather. We've been giving him a proper burial in the family plot. It's been tough going. Trying to dig the hole while the farm is crawling with those hairless things, but it needs to get done. You think they'll be back where they come from soon? Mom and me have tried to fight them back best we can, but it seems like there's more every minute. Sybil says they don't hurt people. I'm personally doing everything I can to send them packing. I'll do my part. I'll kick in as many of those nasty little faces as I can, but I don't know how many I can send scampering off. Seems like there's no end to those critters. Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. She isn't at home and none of us have heard from her. Gee, what now? That's just our Stella, always running off. I wouldn't worry too much about it. She'll turn up. This is different, Earl. You know I wouldn't be up here bothering you if it wasn't important. There are a lot of things out there. Too many of them. I was right. She shouldn't be off on her own when there's too many ditchlings creeping around in broad daylight. How have you guys not seen any of them? Ditchlings? Chris taught me about them yesterday. There's these them creepy little things that got my daddy. Called about them last night too, since they've been coming up out of the woods onto the farm. I even saw some on my way here, plain as day. Oh, we've been getting a lot of calls about those. Guess Scarlet Hollow has either been invaded by ghouls, or we're all suffering some kind of mass hallucination. I may have even seen one or two myself. All the same, I don't see what we're supposed to do about them, or about Stella. Oh my god, you guys are fucking horrible cops. What happened to protect and serve? Fucking RoboCop would be out there shooting him dead. She's a grown woman. If she wants to go off in the woods for a bit, we don't need to go after her like she's missed curfew. It's a free country. There are critters bothering folks and stealing livestock. Ain't y'all supposed to take care of them? No, son, we ain't animal control. We're the police. Are you kidding me? This town doesn't even have an animal control department. Well, maybe it should get one. Weird question, but are you folks part of a cult, and is that why you aren't doing your jobs? The police officer stare at you perplexed. A cult? I don't think we have that sort of thing up there. We are doing our jobs. Let's look at Franklin back there. He's filing all kinds of paperwork pertaining to what happened up at the mines. You know, I can't say I appreciate your tone. Sounds like you're accusing us of some kind of indecency. Well, you think we go into the hills and do seances and rituals and all that sort of thing? Get your head out of the clouds. Let's just get going. Oh, no one can say we didn't try. Let's keep looking. Have a good one, officers. Same to you, kid. Why won't they just do their jobs? Exactly! Why isn't... Oh, they're so stupid. I hate them so much. You really think Hugby and Derrickson could be part of some cult that secretly runs Scarlet Hollow? That'd be wild. I never suspect them of that sort of thing. Seems like it'd be too much work. Someone who'd lived in this town my entire life, there's no way. For one thing, cult activity like what you're describing just doesn't happen. I've done my fair share of reading on satanic panics and so-called occult groups, and it's almost always totally made up. People constantly freak out about satanists, or Satanists, however you pronounce it, without realizing they were just a bunch of debate club nerds who listen to heavy metal. So instead of not being able to rely on the cops because they're part of the cult that secretly runs the town, we can't rely on them because they're just not that good at what they do. That's almost less exciting, but either way, I guess it's up to us to solve the mysteries of Scarlet Hollow. We'll do a much better job anyway. Where to next? As you consider your next steps, you remember your appointment with Sybil. You seemed to be confident last night that Stella would be okay. Maybe she'll be able to help you find her. And she gives you free tea. She's so nice. Talk to animals, and she'd never disparage your gift. Perhaps she's one of the few people in town who can truly understand you. Let's go talk to your mom. Sure, we can humor her, so she's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles or herbs for protection or something. This might actually work. Who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Bells of the general store chime welcomely as three of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You're supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, you two. Hope you both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing an eye. Stella can take care of herself. Unlike you, you need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go around running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed, and I'll be up in a minute with more tea. But you had some kind of important thing to talk to Chris about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to him. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Huh. The way she just gave up that quickly, as soon as she mentioned the tea reading. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. I don't like that. I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Chris and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. Oh, you're right. I totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Before I go, I did want to ask. Are you a witch? As flowered as I am, you think I'm that magical. I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual hobbies. Like I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. So, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We'd be cool about it. I'll leave you all to your not-supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. More motions towards the tea room. Okay. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. Take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright glow lights over the plants in the corner. Just gonna save real quick. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday. This is a special blend. It should help clarify some of the visions you've been getting. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? How did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. Did you know my mom? But of course. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Ann was a lot like her great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet. So her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Pearl Ann and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The youngest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just hadn't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older and I believe she was the one who ended it. What with skipping town and all. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worry had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. I forgot to check my major decisions. Finally took a shower. Like Duke's enormous son. I told him where he could find his dad's body. Made breakfast with Stella. Aw, smiley face. Went to marry dog. Creepy pasture. Had dinner at Risa's. There's something hidden in the clinic and wants me to find it. Invited Avery ghost hunting. Left the spirit of Charles Hall Jr. in the library. Made plans with Sybil to talk about the mysterious goings on over teas. Received a troubling text. Okay. Let's sip. Citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Finish the tea. Take another sip and then another. It's delightful. Tea is gone before you know it. Its small cup empties save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Good, glad you found the tree palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal plants. Now on to business. Staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that could fit at the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume this all has something to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether or not any of us can stop it, I'm not sure, but we may, at the very least, be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy, lurking in plain sight. Cat could be Dustin. Hmm. Tabitha, Wayne, Stella, Oscar, Reese, Avery. How do I know you're not the cat? Okay, wait. No, that's creepy. Why is it telling me that? That's ridiculous. Sybil's helping you as if she, and if she was the cat, why would she warn you about herself? Pick someone else. Okay. Okay. The cat's gotta be Pixel, or maybe it's Frou Frou, Tabitha, Wayne, Stella. Cat could be Kanika. It's always the hot ones. She hates the Scarlet family, yet keeps hanging out with me. That's an enemy in plain sight, right? Sybil laughs. A daughter? Oh no, Chris, I assure you it's not Kanika. I think I would know if she had some kind of nefarious reason to maintain a friendship with you. She's just not that kind of person. And as much as she might dislike your family, she clearly knows you had nothing to do with the repeated attempts to buy the general store out from under us. You have to work to earn Kanika's dislike. Enemy in plain sight describes a sort of two-faced nature that simply doesn't possess. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps you can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stone carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out. Piece together what you can from your visions and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later, maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally figuring out what's hidden in the clinic. I think I found another in the clinic. That's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. I think that's all the help I can offer. Hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it's just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. I'll let you know if I find anything. Hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. Remember, be careful of who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce. Merely being ready for it might not be enough. Okay. Check in on Kanika. Make your way upstairs. Knock. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while. Going to the clinic, I was hoping you'd join me. Oh, hey! I was hoping to be able to check in with Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella and, you know, make sure he's okay after what happened at the dinner. Yeah, screw this. Why did I even listen to my mom in the first place? I don't need to sit around in my room just because you said so. You want to come in for a sec while I get ready? Oh. Okay, come on in. Oh, this is cool. Let's see. Oh my god, you have some Junji Ito stuff right here on the left. You got Tomi, and then you have the Uzumaki. That's cool. What is that? Is that an anime figurine? Wait a minute. Is that one of the characters from fucking Inuyasha? I think I know that one. Probably some Sailor Moon ones right here. Oh my fucking god, it's Parasite the Maximum. Oh my god. You're so cool. Oh, I fucking love you so much, Kanika. Oh my god. Kanika's room is the sort of place that's stuck between the past and present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packed belongings sit in the corners of her room. I don't usually have people over, and don't judge me too harshly for the state of this place. You don't have to be nervous about me seeing your room. There's no better way to get a sense of who someone really is. And do you like what you see? Oh god. It's a little messy, but I like messy. Hey. Nice save and good, you'd better. Packing for something? Motion to the stack of cardboard boxes. That's all my stuff from college. I never really unpacked. Seemed like a waste to unload everything. It's not like I'll be staying here long term, so I'd just have to pack up again eventually. Guess I did move back in over a year ago, so those boxes have just been sitting there unopened for a long time. But any day now, I'll load them back to the van and get out of town. Any day now. We still have to find Stella. I'm not going anywhere without you. Let's get out of here and see what we can find at the clinic. Two of you make your way back into the hallway. Oh, Jesus. A light turns on, startling both of you. I thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You should really get back to bed, or that cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. Oh my god, you're the fucking cat. You're the cat. I know it. You shouldn't get in between a mother and her daughter. Sybil knows what's best here, and Kanika's more than capable of speaking for herself. And I can't speak. Okay. Kanika sighs. I'm sorry, Mom. I know I've been neglecting the general store, and I let Miles run off to the other day, and that was so irresponsible of me. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't, and it seems like you learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover, then you can get back to all this town's mystery business. Chris, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. Mom was right, Chris. You go on without me. See you later, okay? Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make your way back to the main street alone. You're so creepy! I hate you now. I don't like her. She's super fucking creepy. Okay, you make your way up the familiar here past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet House's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet that's been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. I need to go use the restroom really quick. I will be right back. 1 second.
Hydrate, you whore.
Okay, I'm back. Lyle, you can just cut all that stuff out. Ask a woodland creature how they get into the house. Flash of a striped tail grabs your eye immediately. Oh, the raccoon. Can I help you, Buster? Hey there, if you're trying to break into that house on the top of the hill, how would you do it? What, just because I've got little hands that go through people's trash, I'm supposed to know how to break into places? There's a hill that'll take you right up to the big flat roof thing. Sometimes the humans leave the windows open up there and I go inside. Don't tell them, okay? I like to sleep in their big piles of cloth. It's one of my few joys in life. You're not sure you even need to jump. You used to be quite the Casanova in high school, and back in the day you learned two things. First is that the second floor of the residential building is never locked, and second, the skills needed to take advantage of that security flaw. No judgmental parents ever managed to get in the way of you and your high school flames. Either way, you have your way in. Oh my god, there's another fucking ditchling right there. And there, too. And there. Oh, there's Wayne! There's Wayne! Oh, some more ditchlings. Okay. Hot, get to the terrace. Let's go on the Fine, let's do the hot one. In a while since you've done this and you're a little rusty, but does it take much effort when you're there? You try the door, it's unlocked, it's always unlocked. Upstairs at the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic, feel free to explore as you please. You're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again. nagging pull of whatever it is that wanted you to find it. You've been caught by its gravity and overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and towards the dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. What am I doing in the morgue? What are you doing in the morgue? I thought you fucking died. Vampire! You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. I haven't. Did you think you'd find her in the morgue? His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You needed to see what's back there. Follow the pull. Touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for the moment, the thing on the other side of the blank wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man, but it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? It's probably a bad idea, but you really need to get in there. I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the doc out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the doc out of her hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and I need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. You're far away to get her out of the house. Most of the time, it's true anyway. Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Exactly. Sounds. I will destroy the wall. Oh, you are seriously desperate about that wall. I'll make it quick. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited. His usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear the soft voice filtering in through the open door of the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally keep some juice down. Looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. Got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That'd be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, and then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp was left, his voice excitement raising in his place. Come on up, we don't have long till she's back. Sorry, it's something on my phone. We don't have long till she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes. Should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though. I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. Show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. Make her way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. Nothing but stacks of paper, cabinets of medical supplies, but something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with her family's name on them. Turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? Your family's death certificates. Enoch. Cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Looks ancient. Berlan? Sleep apnea. Tabitha Chrysanthemum, Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Don't say anything. Edwardine's death certificates. Heart failure, signed by her granddaughter Perlan Scarlet. Almost made it to 90, died of normal old person illness. Others. Theodore Scarlet. Crushed in mine collapse, body not recovered, signed by his brother Enoch. Oh, he was in the initial mine collapse. Joseph Scarlet died. Okay. Died June 7th. Born, died June 6th. Okay. Both killed in Normandy in the line of duty. Edwardine's brothers, okay. Suspect of certificate of fetal death, infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet, delivered. Stillbirth, mother Edwardine Scarlet. Cause of death, complications during birth, no doctor present, home burial. Alexandra Scarlet. Died August 20, 1957, age 9. Missing, presumed dead. Okay, that's weird. The owner of the doll says you went missing. Mary Bell Scarlet died October 3rd. Age 17? Cause of death, complications during childbirth. Signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Oh, that's a lot of kids to outlive. Xana's on her shoulder. Before you even register what's happening, you're pushed back and out of view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. You race to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Not enough room. Close the door as Reese scrambles to find a new hiding spot. Shit. He lets out a panic whisper as he scrambles to find another spot. Long moment of silence. Neither of you makes a sound. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. Whew! That was close. Probably only got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. This medical supply room is probably our best bet. The only other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe. It'll probably be the room full of chemicals. This way. Slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Keys. There we go. He rushes over the cabinet that contains a bright axe, pulling the glass door open. Okay. Your axe? Now we can... Reese pauses, turning to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference, go downstairs quick. You can hear her approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instruction, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone's carving guide you back to the morgue. Arthur Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we already did have juice. I was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speaker, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. You at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. Reese smiles. Good, feel like I've been missing out lately. Okay. Let's do this. Have at it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it. Some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff. Cold seeping from the forgotten place in the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies behind the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Dang, you have some really sharp claws, dude. Holy shit, okay. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell, like the room slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond, even comes a stronger compulsion. You step forward. As you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was there. An entire hospital wing, rotting away from decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant, your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Were you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enoch, I thought you were going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. He said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't want to know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on. I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swings back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. He has a Hellraiser poster. That's cool. I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. What is that? Oh my god, is that... You have a thing? You have the spider thing head? A model of that? It looks like Michael Myers. And the fucking... the Hellraiser, box. Holy shit, you're awesome. You torn down the wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as teen. Always just weird little things like my hands would look wrong or my neck would seem too long or the room would feel smaller. I think these visions are visions of things that actually happened. Oh, I wonder if you'd see anything else if you went back in there. Or if there are more around town. Maybe if you collect them all, you finally unravel whatever the big mystery is. Seems fun. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come into the morgue. Nothing spooky happened? This mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? No, nothing. You just fell down, twisted low, and then you seemed stable. I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. No problem. It wasn't hard. I should probably get going. Stella's still missing, and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. It might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refused to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. There's no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I've been thinking about what you said at dinner last night, and I don't see any other possibility. It's only been a day since I stopped taking my pills, and I feel great. I went ahead and blocked my door. She can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. I don't get why your mom would poison you, though. I don't know. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I've ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy control, so she sure found a cure for that. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know. Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. We can figure it out together. You'll help me? I couldn't ask that of you. But I guess I don't have much of an alternative. Thank you, Chris. You have no idea how much that means to me. The distraction seems like a good idea, as you can probably tell I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. Doesn't feel awful, to be honest. You could always draw me. No. I believe you owe me a showing of Shino-Chi Deathblood. I believe I do. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to the sort of things I watch. But I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning her son since his teens. I've seen a couple of directors' other films. They're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up tying back into the narrative adds a whole level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. Oh, your teeth, dude. Holy shit. I can't believe I'll be able to do things from here on out, like watch movies with another person. Your ears! They look a little bit longer. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of medicine. He's uncharacteristically chatty and really not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on the long conversation. I'm glad you'll be able to have a social life, and I'm happy to be part of it. Okay, his ears shrank a little bit. It's still hard to imagine, hard to believe after all those years alone that that's gonna be my reality. Man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that they're all distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people. And only once you start to see how they fit together, you can realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible. Cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. Probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now. What if his entire reality turning out to be a lie? But he's also talking over the movie. Reese, are you feeling okay? Just jittery. I've had a really weird day, and I think being down here is making me anxious. I'm all hopped up on adrenaline. Maybe waiting out the dock is a bad idea. The longer we wait, the more likely it is to figure out that we're onto her, and it would be too easy for her to lock me up again and be thorough about it this time. There's a knock on the window. Chris, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. No. Voice, I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean? Wade isn't gonna hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Just the ditchlings. Let's see, well, he's furious with me. Can't you hear it? But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. Oh no, no, Reese. I can protect both of us, Chris. The window shatters. Oh no. Oh no. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone! Oh no. He's like a werewolf vampire. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it, man. This sucks. And the surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. Stay where you are. Weren't safe?
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Weren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here, I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the doc. Reese storms up, leaving you with his creations. Call Tabitha? Fuck. I don't know. I don't know if I should call Tabitha. What if she gets hurt? I don't want her to get hurt. You're not sure who to help, but best follow Reese and see how things play out. You make your way to the door that beckoned you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house, proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! Duck. You do as she said, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls a tranquilizer out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you... No, how did you... As if you can hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows from out between cracks in the wood. Reese's panic, pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist starts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Both of us. What the hell is your son? I wish I knew. He was fine until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was going to be a bitch, but they don't know the half of it. Okay, he's not a ditchling. He's like a werewolf or something. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. Oh no. It's a bottle labeled Carfentanil. Tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system. Huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Chris, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anyone else, just her. And if I don't, you and I both know she's not going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in the basement or maybe someplace even worse and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous, he's just scared because he knows he has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. Oh no. I'm not gonna let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know these tranquilizers aren't gonna kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese, I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance, and you decided to convince me I was dying instead of letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Okay. Tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. Head for the safe room. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaps the door open, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint, keeping it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it, painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Fucking flirt! Oh, God. So now that I'm in on all your secrets, I guess we're kind of a team, huh? Kid, you're at least a decade too young for me. Shit, this might be some time. Get some of those tranks ready. We'll have to get this door open before we cross the hallway. Two of you stare out into the hallway. Oh no. Oh, Reese! Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. I can tame the beast! Okay. I gotta try that. I don't want... This fucking sucks. Tame the beast. You step forward. Place a calming hand on his face. Take another step forward. You have a death wish, get back! Risa stopped in the middle of the hallway, staring down at you, a hint of fear in his eyes like a raging elephant staring down an approaching mouse. You slowly lift your hand to his face. It shudders as you touch his long maw, the skin elastic and constantly shifting to the bone, as the bone beneath expands and contracts unnaturally. What are you doing? You gently drop your hand, your eyes meeting his in a moment of understanding beyond the need of or usefulness of words. Takes a step back, and then he's gone. You can hear his thudding footsteps receding down the hall, then the sound of the front door. How the hell did you manage that? I don't know. I'm just a fucking hot son of a bitch. People are nice to me. Okay, sure, if that's your explanation, I'll go with that. But I doubt the rest of the town is going to be as likable as you are. Dr. Kelly carefully makes her way to the entrance of the clinic, checking around corners, and you follow close behind. He's long gone. The door to the clinic hangs open, the night beyond seemingly empty. I should go after him. He's all keyed up. If I don't do something, he might go after somebody else. Let it go, Doc. Give him a chance to be free. I shudder to think what that means for someone like him. But it's dark. He has better night vision than me. Going after him now would probably just end poorly. Hope you know what you were doing. If I'm being honest with myself, it's been a long time coming. I couldn't keep this up forever. Something was bound to break eventually, and I suppose I should be grateful it didn't end with any of us dead. Yet. Dr. Kelly glances around the clinic, streaked with paint from Reese's minions. Could have made less of a mess of this place, though. Finally, I've got to get cleaning. I appreciate it if you got the hell out of my house now. Walking out to the open door into the cool night. Night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream. Now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. I'm gonna go home. Before you can get far, you're interrupted by the sound of panting and the telltale jingling of dog tags. It's the militia. They poured out of the woods and stand before you on the road. You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you? We found her and her person. They're by the side of the road a little ways through the woods. They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her. And Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so we'll have to take you to them. Hopefully you can use your people words to get to someplace safe. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, not even for a human. You are very, very good dogs. Lead the way. Yes, we are good dogs. Hear that, Scraps? I'm not in it for the accolades, Daisy. I just do it to help those who need it. The fucking Chihuahua. The Chihuahua has the face of someone like someone who's keen on doing something. Focused face. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella's hideaway. Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road, lined on one side by sheer rock. And there, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out on the asphalt, is Stella. Ah, there they are. Keep them safe. By seeing you, Speaker. You sit on the log beside Stella. Chris, how did you... Looks over his shoulder in confusion. Is that a gang of dogs? I'm so glad my compatriots could be of service. I couldn't survive another night without my nice soft bed. Scraps and Daisy formed a militia. It's a long story, but they helped me find you. What would I do without you? You must have been really worried about me. I'm so sorry, Chris. I really missed you today. I missed you too. I'm sorry I was gone. I just had to come here. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this land in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained, and the sun was finally coming out. Oh, I used to sit like that in the back seat too. Oh, oh no. Oh, fuck. Oh no. Were they just decapitated? Oh no, they were. No, no, no. Fuck. Sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful. Really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try to remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before, with anyone. Take her hand. Warm against the cool night air, and the skin of her knuckles is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours, but the hint of a smile creeps up the corners of her mouth, her dimples beginning to crease. Her hand shifts, her calloused palm fitting into yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. Two of you stare out at the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. And last night happened. Oh, yeah, because the ghost. Yeah, I feel like that would have really fucked you up knowing ghosts are real. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Put an arm around her shoulder. And carefully place your other arm around her shoulder and pull her close to you. You feel her chestnut hair against your cheek. She smells a little sweaty and a little sweet. The faded scent of her shampoo mingling with the natural perfume of her skin. It's nice. You take in a deep breath, stroking her arm with your thumb, letting her lean into you. She rests her head against your shoulder, closing her eyes serenely. The hint of a smile spreads into a barely contained grin that finally chases away the worry in her features. Just because they weren't there doesn't mean they don't love you, wherever they are. It's a nice thought. I've thought a lot about what might come after. Whether they're somewhere else, or they just stopped existing. I guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. Hope that means that there's a good version too. Where they're still on for that long car ride, listening to Dad's tapes with the place in the backseat for me when I eventually catch up to them. And then it won't matter that I never got to say goodbye. You know, I never got to say goodbye to my mom when she passed away too. So I understand where she's coming from. I could flirt right now. There better be space back there for me too. Stella laughs. Of course, if that's where you want to be, I'm sure Dead Me would be happy to share. Hopefully neither of us has to think about that for a long time, though. I'd like to spend some living years with you before then. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags shingling in the quiet night air. I know that stretch. That's the time to go home stretch. Thank the Lord I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, Chris, for talking sense into this girl. We should probably head back, right? I hadn't slept in a day. Before we go, I should tell you about what happened today. Oh? Relay the events of the evening as best you can. Saying it out loud somehow makes it feel less real. Like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. He's just out there somewhere, all monstery? It's a lot to take in. I've known that guy for pretty much my whole life, and I had no idea. Hope he's okay. You know, I think processing just this one traumatic event is enough for the day. This new one's going right in the void. At least until we get to the end of the week. Let's get out of here. I don't suppose I can ask you to walk me home. I'd love nothing more. You offer her your arm. She smiles, slipping hers into the crook of your elbow. She pulls you closer until the skin of your forearm brushes against her side. It's about time. Let's not waste another second sitting out in the middle of nowhere. And this is me. You want to come in? Yes, yes, yes. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. What about Tabitha? What about her? I'm interested in you. Thought you and my cousin had a thing. Isn't she a girl? Well, yeah, did you think I was talking about baseball when I said I played center field? It's so funny. Oh my god, I can turn her down. Oh god, I'd never do that. Yeah, I feel the same. Wink. This is a dating sim, right? Start a romance, tear down the wall. He has such a big bed. Jella ushers you inside a barely contained grin, threatening to split into an excited smile. Let me just go take a quick shower. I've been sitting outside for a day. I need some soap. Just take a minute, then we can get cozy. Oh man, I would kill for a shower. Yeah, I'm sure you built up quite a lot of grime today. It's all yours when I'm done. Aww. He hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Finally, I've been reunited with my bed. Gretchen hops on the massive pillow that serves as her dog bed, curling up and sighing a heavy dog sigh of relief. I can catch up on my beauty sleep. But before she has the chance to fall asleep, a heavy knock startles her and you, Gretchen growls. There's someone at the door. It's that horrible man who smells like rotting meat. Stella! Stella! Who is it? You know who it is. Open the door, please, Chris. Okay. You summon the bravery to cross the room and open the door. Wayne cocks his head, the stained veil over his face fluttering in the slight breeze outside. The outside of his clothes are streaked with what you first think might be gore, but you quickly realize it's actually paint, and there are wide claw marks down his shirt. But he's still in one piece after his altercation with Reese. I'm so worried about you. No need to worry, the boy managed to catch me off guard with those little construct of his. But he wouldn't stand a chance against me without little tricks like that. I won't keep you long. I know you have a warm bed and a warm body to keep you occupied tonight. But I wanted to give you a suggestion for tomorrow. You should take advantage of Tabitha's absence at the estate. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her to stop you. Do a little exploring. You might be surprised at what you can find. Slowly steps back, shining eyes fixed on you as he disappears into the dark night beyond Stella's door. Gretchen's growls escalate into barks. Intruder! Monster! Fiend! Oh, Stella, come quickly! There's some disgusting-smelling man trying to threaten us! Calm down, Gretchen. Ooh. Were you talking to somebody, Chris? Wayne stopped by. He's still following you? Are you sure we're safe? I think he's on our side. You think so? I guess that's good. I still don't love the thought of him stopping by unannounced at odd hours of the night, though. But you'll let us know if he tries anything, right, Gretchen? I'll tear out the throat of anyone who dares break in to hurt my precious Stella. If they bend down without biting height, that is. But I can always tear at their ankles until they have no choice. Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric pug there is. You know, the thought of your creepy stalker, whether he's on our side or not, makes me feel a lot better about having you around tonight. It would be nice to have somebody next to me if I get scared in the middle of the night. Speaking of, I'm exhausted. Let's turn in. Alright, but you said you wanted a shower. Sorry, head's a little fuzzy from staying up for the past day. There's fresh towels in the bathroom. I've got some extra bathrobes. I can put your clothes through the wash, so they'll be extra clean and fresh in the morning. Ooh. Somehow feels like the longest and shortest shower you've ever taken. Too tired to think, too tired to process the flow of time. Stella sits outside the bathroom door and makes quiet and comfortable small talk with you, and then you're done. You dry off and step into one of her extra robes. So are you coming in? You walk by Stella and enter her bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. Sorry I didn't clean up beforehand. You can think of it getting the authentic Stella experience. Oh, she has a really small bed. That's kind of like my bed. Like a twin. She slips past you and lies on the bed dressed in an oversized t-shirt. You're quick to follow. She's warm and still slightly damp from the shower. Her skin fresh and flowers. She turns to look at you, smiling, dimples creasing at the edges of her mouth. You could kiss me if you wanted to. Immediately fall asleep. Kiss her. Shift closer to her and close your eyes. The magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin. For a moment that seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. The forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it the slightest hint of campfire. The comforting heat of soft but calloused hands against your cheek. The thunder of your heart's beating ever so more quickly in unison. The tension rises and rises, a tone seemingly without peak. Then it breaks. Her lips touch yours. They're fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours, and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold onto the memory of tonight for a long, long time. And then she pulls you closer, tighter. The two of you lose yourselves in each other. Eventually, the two of you break away, and you open your eyes, gazing at each other from the opposite ends of the pillow. You drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not. But whatever happens, you'll face it together. The Artist. Finish episode 4. Episode 5 finally awaits. If you'd like to continue with this world state, please save your game now. Oh, there's a subreddit. Ooh. Okay. Alright, guys, that was episode 4 of Scarlet Hollow. I was not expecting Reese to turn out to be some kind of werewolf vampire thing, and his mom to actually be trying to help him in some way. It turns out Wayne is really a good guy. Sybil is on my shit list. I think she's evil, and I think she's gonna do something. Especially to Kanika. She always wants Kanika just to go rest in her room and give her tea and all that shit. I don't know what's going on with her. I'm sure, like, episode 5 we're gonna find out. It was nice getting to really romance Stella. You know, she's always been like my first favorite ever since we started the game. And the stuff with her mom was really, or her parents more specifically, was really really like sad. I wish that didn't happen to her. Just like waking up after the crash and seeing your decapitated parents like that. Oh man, it's no wonder she's like so scared of riding in the back of cars like that. I hope things turn out well. I know episode 5 is like the last one. I just hope everything turns out okay next episode. I hope we don't lose anyone. I don't want to lose anyone. It sucks. I hope we don't lose anyone. I mean, we've already lost Duke, but I guess his was like between him and then Gretchen. I had to make a choice, and I picked Gretchen because, you know, it's a dog. I just really hope everything turns out okay. But until next time, Hope you all have a good rest of your night. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, comment down below. Let me know, stuff like that. And I'll see you all next time. See ya. Alright guys, we're going to be ending. Thank you all for watching. That was fun. And I'll see you all tomorrow with Scarlet Hollow Episode 5.